All right. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, where the people's at? Sorry, guys. I don't know why I did that. I apologize to the viewers. Spiritual, what is up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Hello, Narrow. Welcome. Yo, to just some guy with white hair. Welcome, welcome. Guys. Oh, man. Where is tonight's chapter gonna go? I got no idea, honestly. Noma, welcome. Guys, so, welcome to the weekly reaction to UnOrdinary, brought to you by Uru-chan. Yeah, guys, it's getting crazy out there. It's getting crazy in the world of UnOrdinary. Solo, welcome. Crying, welcome. So, guys, Miriam, welcome back as always. Guys, last week was pretty crazy. If you guys have seen my review and discussion for episode 255, you know that I believe it to be the most important chapter to date. And I think it's also a really great chapter in general. Like, I initially kind of I was like, yo, this chapter is really good. But upon reading it again, I was just like, this episode is freaking unbelievable. So, quick recap of last week's episode. Started out at the Next Gen facility in Arkwood, where Seraphina was in the van with Agent Rowden and the other agents. She then had a telepathic link set up with the communicator, just guy with blue hair, alerting her, telling her, hey, this is how we're going to be able to stay in touch. Anyway, Sarah went inside. She met up with Stacy, the current Next Gen agent, working for Spectre. So they walk around the facility for a bit. They go upstairs to the 6th floor, where Sarah sees the first room that she's gonna have to break into, and Stacy kind of broke things down for her, hey, this is what's going on. This is where you're gonna be going, and she brought up that inside the room were aura sensors, devices that sense aura. Now, clearly, this is not the first time we've seen an aura sensor. You know what I'm saying. So there's a lot to be said there. Check out the vid if you guys haven't. But she then told Sarah, hey, you're going to have 3 seconds to get into that room as soon as Dr. Kelly opens the door. So Dr. Kelly, the guy who currently had access to the room, he was scheduled to be there. And yeah, so Sarah was just like, yo, I got this, no problem. So then we met up with everyone at back in Rowden in downtown. And Blyke was kind of just taking care of everything. So all right, guys, get ready. We're going to split up right now. And Arlo was just like, yo, why are we splitting up? And Remy was just like, hey, some people wanted to go on a hike. Others wanted to explore downtown. So, yeah. Anyway. Arlo was like, why are we doing this? Why not just, I thought most people just wanted to, I thought most people just wanted to, see the whole city. And Remy was just well, we voted, but the votes were even. You would know this, Arlo, if you didn't skip the meetings. And I thought that was just a roast at Arlo, but no, that was just that was major elements right there. Anyway, so Remy goes to help out Blyke, and then John was like, hey, we should tell Sarah, we should probably tell Sarah that we're gonna split up right now, right? And Arlo was like, yeah, call her. So they try to call her. Clea doesn't answer. She doesn't have her phone on her. And Remy noticed that Blyke and John have been very friendly lately. Anyway, so yeah, Blyke made like calls like, "Hey guys, like let's get on the bus. Like we're here to like we're gonna leave, head out now." And only a few people went forward, and he was like, "This is a lot less than we were expecting." And Arlo took no, like, "Hey, like why don't we just stay together then?" And Blyke was just like, "No, it's fine. Like I'll go." And so Ison decided to tag along, and John decided to tag along because John's in charge of Blyke this weekend. So he goes. Because John starts heading out, then Evie and Dylan were like, "Hey, like, why don't we join them as well?" So Evie, Dylan, Roland, and that little bitch Terrence, they all get on the bus too. And as they're leaving, John and Arlo looked back at each other. Back at Next Gen, Sarah in her catsuit and everything, getting ready to charge into the room, into the lab. And they notice, and they tell her that Dr. Kelly is on his way. Sarah gets in, no problem. She knocks out Dr. Kelly, no problem. And then she starts digging into the files. She just puts in the flash drive that Stacy gives her, starts downloading some files that we saw. From what we saw, the files were stuff on conversion technology. There was a few other files for amplification technology and ability research. Mike, welcome. Anyway, so in the conversion technology folder, there was aura sensory, channel output, data analysis, research subjects, and Patient Jane, guys. Patient Jane. Sarah started extracting the information. It's going to take 21 minutes, the thing said. And Sarah was just like, cool, now we wait. But before the chapter voted, we saw Arlo in downtown with Remy. And he was just thinking to himself that, something's not right because clearly the votes weren't even, because he realized no one really wanted to go hiking. And then we saw John on the bus with Dylan. He was just kind of looking out the window, just ... thinking things over himself. And then the last thing we heard was Arlo saying something isn't right. That's where we left off last week. Like I said, last week was an epic and amazing chapter. So I am so scared-sided to see what happens next. So here we go, guys. Episode 256. No thumbnails, no nothing. Let's get into it, boys. Here we go. So we're back in Rowden, just Arlo and Remy and the other Safe House members, and Arlo just ... Those votes didn't reflect what the Safe House wanted. Back on the bus with John and Dylan, just ... Something isn't right. UnOrdinary episode 256, boys. Let's go. Downtown Rowden again, 8:30 a.m. So around the time. So this is around the time where Sarah is going into the lab right now. So Remy, she's with everyone, and Arlo's just standing behind her. Okay, remember to call if you run into anything. We'll meet back here at noon, and I'll grab lunch together. Sounds good, Remy. We'll see you then. And students just wave back and head out. Have fun, everyone. And I'll just arms folded. Some quick shout outs. Seven, Daniel, and Nikira. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So Arlo bumps Remy's shoulder and just, hey, what do you plan on doing? I'll come with you. Oh my god! Oh my god! Guys! I think it's happening. I'll come with you. And Remy's just, well, I told Elaine and Oriel that I'd go dress shopping with them. You still want to come? Ah. Okay, so I thought Oriel was the girl with red hair way back in chapter 1. It's not her. Oriel is a girl with like bob cut bangs but long hair, similar to Remy's, and it's purple. It's a light purplish, kind of similar to Layla's. Anyway, so Remy's just like, you still want to come? And I was just ... That's fine. I don't mind. Yeah, like, oh, and Oriel's just like, oh, Arlo's joining us? This'll be fun. I saw a really cute shop on the way here. Let me see if I can remember where it was. And Remy just looks over at Arlo and just, weird. And she thinks, weird, something's up with him. Is he okay? Is Arlo going to tell Remy what's up? So, next gen facility, Arkwood, 8:42 a.m. What? So Sarah's got Dr. Kelly tied up. She's got him tied up to a chair. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, you know, like just can't just leave him there. So she looks at his name tag, Dr. Kelly, Department Ability Research ID 20A290. She pulls it off. He should be out for a while. Extraction process 35%. Time remaining 14 minutes. If Spectre won't tell me about conversion technology, then I'll just have to find out on my own. So she's going into the files. So we're at the same page. Phase 2, conversion technology. She goes into research. Conversion research 20XX to present. Purpose is to convert and transform an individual's aura into a desired ability in order to control ability variable and create more reliable task force. Progress has been slow overall, but recently the team has been able to make several breakthroughs. So far, a lot of this is cut out, so I'm just filling in the blank. I'm saying that right now. So far, Next Gen is able to convert a portion of the subject's aura into different abilities, but conversion is not 100% efficient. Notable aura loss within the conversion process notable aura is lost within the conversion process. Only users with high channel output are successful with this. I see. So the goal is to allow people to change their current ability into a different one, like John. So that's interesting though, because I'm pretty sure in some ways this is actually kind of better than John's, because I'm pretty sure that when Vulcan fought Remy, Vulcan didn't have her ability activated. Her eyes weren't glowing or anything yet. I'm going back right now just to make like doubly sure and shit. So yeah, let's I'm just going back real quick. Okay. Oh wait, I didn't go back far enough. Yeah, no ability activated when Vulcan first showed up on the scene. But only high tiers, people with high aura output, can use it for now. Interesting. So we know that Vulcan is definitely at least a high tier. That was obvious. That was a surefire guess. But is she a god tier is the actual question. But only high tiers, people with high aura output, can use it for now. Why would Spectre want this? It hasn't even been perfected. Oh my god! Conversion is currently some spaced out ability source. Successful conversions so far: regeneration, speed, flame claw. I'm calling it. That's Cassandra's ability. Sources obtained but not yet worth. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Sources obtained but not yet worked. Higher level abilities. Lightning. We know where they got that from. Phantom Walk. Okay, so successful conversion so far: regeneration, speed, flame claw. Sources obtained but not yet worked. Higher level abilities: lightning, phantom walk. Failed conversion examples: future sight, telepathy. Supported theories is that abilities which do not source from the physical plane cannot be converted. Again, I feel like this kind of stuff doesn't make sense because it's aura. It's aura stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure that these abilities still generate an aura. I'm just saying. Yes, Mike, I'm saying that those abilities probably came from the deceased superheroes. And yeah. So yeah. It's a higher level ability. We don't know for certain that it's a high tier ability, but it most likely is, I think. So here we go. There has been successful. Okay, hold up. On the physical plane, which do not source from the physical plane, cannot be converted. There has been success with partial physical sounding, but abilities fully reliant on non-physical source. Yes, sources require further testing. Do they want to pair it with the high tiers they've collected? Or maybe they think they can complete it themselves? And so Sarah's just continuing to work. And she sees the file. She's, huh? Patient Jane. Who is Jane? Why does she get her own folder? She scrolls over with the mouse. And she clicks. Gah. Patient Jane. Okay. We got full frontal view of Jane. She's got John's eyes, clearly. And she's got hair, like I said before, similar to Serafina with the extensions. And she looks drained. Oh, boys. We were so close. We were so close. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, boys. Jane is not a level 10. She's not a level 10, unfortunately. Patient Jane. Ability Channel Master. Level 9.1. Facility location restricted. Jane's not here, folks. Unfortunate. And that's all the information we got. But still, that's crazy. That makes Serafina look like a joke. And yo, William got her. Hell yeah, boy. Let's go. I've never seen someone this powerful before. And her ability. What is a channel master? This project seems to focus on aura channels. Could she be the basis for its research? Why is her location undisclosed? Restricted. Even for a high-ranking scientist like Dr. Kelly. Extraction 100% complete. And she notices that and she pulls it out. And she sends a thought like, it's done. And Rowden just thinks, good. Tech, get ready to override the footage. A few seconds is all we need. Just say when. And the tech girl, she's outside. She's on something. She's got her laptop hooked up and everything. Just say when. Opening in 3, 2, 1. So, footage of the door. That should be plenty to get her out. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to have to reload. 9:10 a.m. Back at the room, Stacy plants her hand on Sarah. Good work, Meryl. Everything went according to plan. If we keep this up, we'll be out of here in no time. Are you ready to move on to the next area? As Sarah's just, yeah. Are we really? Okay, here we go. So, yo. So here we go. Rowden Hill, 9:15 a.m. So this is 5 minutes after Sarah got back with Stacy. Yo, Miriam, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, let's get John to level 10. Come on. So, Rowden Hill, 9:15 a.m. And everyone's just kind of standing at the bottom, it looks like, and everyone's just kind of like, Evie is smiling, but she's also got a little bit sweat. So we zoom in on Evie and her group, like, and she's just, that's actually pretty intimidating. And Terrence's just like, is it too late to change my mind? And Dylan's just like, oh, like, and Blag just turns around like, hey, what's with that attitude? You'll be fine. We'll take as many breaks as we need on our way up. Don't worry, it'll be fun. And then everyone just thinks, says the most athletic kid in school. And John just kind of just ... And he turns back and he looks at Terrence. Yes, Terrence, you're going to get fucked up today. And Terrence notices that. He's just like, Anyway, some other kids just are talking like, Pamphlet says this is a 2-hour hike. We just got to pace ourselves. And he squints over at Terrence. And Terrence just rushes like, hey guys, wait up. Terrence, he's no joke. Somehow he managed to stay hidden for almost 2 years. I need to keep an eye on him. 9:17 a.m. back at Next Gen. Facility Basement 2. And for the sample retrieval, the idea is the same. Only this time, all we need is Kelly's ID card to enter the lab. Won't the card scanner need time to process? That's right. You'll need to briefly step out of overclock mode and wait for the doors to unlock. While you do that, our technician will override the cameras to make sure you aren't seen. Again, she can only do this for a few seconds before Next Gen's security teams detects it. Once those doors open, I'll expect you to move fast enough to evade all the cameras. Oh, I expect you'll be able to move fast enough to evade all the cameras? Yes. I'll be back here with a sample before the doors even close. Damn, Sarah, what a bad bitch. And Stacey's just like, I like your confidence. Okay, so my worry about the mind ability being active on Sarah, that's clearly gone because Sarah's already, she's out. So we're like, okay, this is it. Final stretch, everyone. So it's him, Mind Guy, and the Mind Guy's looking a bit worn out now. He's kind of like frowning and shit. Get ready. And so technician's on her laptop still. Sarah and Stacy, Meryl and Stacy are still on the phone. Go! And Sarah just... And then she stops, scans. Lab authorized personnel only. And there's a camera. So, beep. And she reopens her... She activates her ability again. And she looks around and everything is frozen. She's looking around. This is the one. And she gets it, but her ability, she's overworked herself. No. And the door shuts and she drops to a knee. What the hell's going on? Why is she slowing down? She's showing up on the cameras. And the sensors are here too. And she's ... And the alarms go off. Beep, beep. And she just... What? When did my ability stop working? It's weird. She said her ability has stopped, but her eyes are still glowing. Oh, come on! No! Like I said, guys. Episode 256 and Sarah's been found out. She's been found out. Oh man. Now, I gotta be honest. The stuff with Arlo and John, a bit disappointing. Not what I was expecting. Still good. Still good. I only say it was a bit disappointing because the things I thought were going to happen didn't happen, unfortunately. But the stuff with Sarah, it was still good. It was still good. It's just setup. It's just setup. We finally got to meet Oriel, so that's awesome. But she's not the girl I thought. She's not the girl I thought she was, unfortunately. But this is a good cliffhanger. I don't regret this cliffhanger because this is a cliffhanger that deserves to be a cliffhanger. But Sarah's been caught. And like I said, Sarah said her ability stopped working. But her ability was still active, I think. Because her eyes were still glowing before as the chapter closed out. Sarah's going to tell Arlo about the lightning ability that Everest has. Ooh, that's going to be a killer for John. Ooh, that's the thing. There was no name for Jane. So I think that leads credits to that Jane and William were never actually married, possibly. Maybe. And we got more information on Jane Channel Master. What is this girl doing? So, real quick, I think what Jane's ability probably is... actually, we don't know, actually. We don't know. I feel like John's ability probably... I feel like characters like John... I feel like the high tier characters, I don't think their ability names will change. I think Blyke's changed because of his jump from elite tier to high tier. So, but I think once you get to high tier, I think I think Arlo's a special case because I feel like Arlo has probably also always been barrier. Anyway, I feel like most high tier abilities, their names aren't gonna change because I'm sure that they can get a lot stronger at that point. But at the same time, it's just like, how do I want to word this? I feel like it's unnecessary because what can John do? He can manipulate his own aura. What can Sarah do? She can manipulate time. What does Blyke do? He discharges energy. Remy has lightning. So I feel like John's ability probably won't get another name. But maybe when he becomes a level 10, it'll be Aura Mastery or something. Like it'll just be dead set what the stat is called. Because Jane is a 9.1, I really want to know how they captured her. Did they have an ability? Maybe. I'm assuming that's when she got kidnapped. So yeah, Blyke's new ability's name is Energy Discharge. Right. So the reason why I bring that up, I feel like they would have given her a name because she would have been married to William Doe. Like William Doe is an infamous name in the UnOrdinary universe. But why I brought this up, way back when we met Keon, when we saw the flashback chapters with John remembering the readjustment facility, Keon said that John had an unusual name. In our world, John's a fucking common name. It's one of the most common male names on the planet. So that leads me to wonder if John is an uncommon name. Is Jane an uncommon name? I think it most likely is. Is Serafina gonna mention the name Jane being one of the patients? And John is just like, oh, that was my mom's name. My dad, my dad told me that was my mom's name. And so, I don't know. Yeah, she definitely had to. She definitely had to have been captured after she gave birth to John. Now, maybe it's possible that she gave birth to John and then she left William to protect the two of them, because who knows? Who knows? I mentioned in one of the previous videos, I don't think that John knows Jane. I don't think John really knows anything about his mom. I think if anything, it's probably just like, oh yeah, my mom died when I was young. I don't really have a connection to her. And I'm really hoping that Uru doesn't suddenly pull a fast one, like John suddenly wanting information about his mom. I think if John learns about his mom, I think if he suddenly now gets the desire to learn more information about her in the story, he asks William, Dad, what happened to my mom? And William tells him, and then John wants to get some answers about her. I think that's what needs to happen. I don't want the next chapter, or I don't want in the next few chapters, John hears about Jane and all of a sudden he says something like, I've always wondered about my mom. I've always wanted to meet my mom. I really hope that Uru doesn't do that, because I feel like that's something that should have been mentioned from day one, or not day one, but a lot sooner than 256 chapters or episodes into the series. Because like I said, John has never even offhandedly mentioned his mom whatsoever. From what I've gathered, he's fine with just having his dad. So if John, now that he learns that his mom, potentially could learn that his mom is alive, if now he gets the desire to be like, you know what, if they're holding my mom hostage, I want to try and help her and get her out of there. But if he learns about it and then we get something like, I've always wanted to save my mom. My mom has always been very important to me. I've always been very curious as to what happened to my mother. I wouldn't like that, because like I said, it's never been mentioned to day one, and stuff like that is stuff that needs to be mentioned a lot sooner, I think. Now, like I said, I've been mentioning, I feel like Sarah is pushing herself a lot these last few chapters, and I'm honestly not sure if her ability was acting up because she is overexerting herself, or if it's something to do with the sensors. Because like I said, her ability was still active. No. That's what I'm saying, Mike. If John finds out that she's alive now, and then he gets interest in finding her, I'm okay with that. If he gets interest in it then. But what I don't want Uru to do is, we see John get that information, and then John says something along the lines of, finding my mom has always been a deep interest in me. It's something that I've always wanted. When that's something, if it's something along the lines of John saying that he's always had that interest to find his mom, I don't want that. I don't want it to be played off like this has always been a driving goal for John, because it hasn't been. That should have been, that should have been mentioned a long time ago. So if John learns that his mom is alive and now he has an interest in finding and meeting her, that's 100% fine. If John is just like, my mom's alive? Okay, I want to help her. I want to meet my mom. Let's take Ember and the authorities down. If that's what happens, yes, that's 100% okay. That's fine. But if he finds out, if Sarah tells him, and he's like, yes, that's always been very important to me to meet my mom. That has always been something that has driven me. That's what I don't want. Anyway. I think it could be Jane's ability. I think it could be Jane's because something that I've always thought, and I wanted to make a video on it, but I didn't because I'm fucking lazy. I think that Jane, well, now that we have a named channel master, I don't know that it may work out, but I always honestly thought if John can copy other auras and his ability is a result of a god tier mixing with a cripple, what if I feel like maybe Jane has the potential to steal abilities like all for one from My Hero Academia? Like, I feel like that would make sense, you know, like it's still a very powerful version, but a weaker variant of its original thing. Yo, I want to see her in action too. Yo, Uru. Wait a minute. William wrote UnOrdinary for John. Someone with all the power helping a world of cripples. What if the hero in UnOrdinary is actually Jane? What if he wrote about it? What if he wrote the hero in UnOrdinary to show as a way to like show John what his mom was like without telling it's about his mom? Because John always pictured that the hero was him. But what if the hero is Jane? The world full of cripples is William. Yo, John's uncle, John's grandpa, whoever the fuck this guy is, here's the interesting thing too. Here's the interesting thing. Like, you're right. Who is this guy? Because I'm pretty sure, like, based on that introduction to him alone, just Claire's somewhat kind of unsettling vision of him just kind of like staring back at John and with the face he was making, and also that hair, that's a villain haircut. He had a villain haircut. I don't think this guy's a good guy. If anything, I'm throwing all this out there right now just because I want people to know. If anything, I think it's highly possible that Jane's family has big connections to the authorities. They're trying to get people stronger like them. They have the aura abilities. They have the meta abilities. So I think it's entirely possible that Jane didn't want to be a part of that. She didn't want that. She tried to leave, and now they're like, no, Jane, you're part of this family, and if you don't want to help with this, we're gonna take you by force. Because, like, here's the thing. Two things could happen with John's uncle, grandpa, guy, whoever he is. This is either a good guy who's like, hey, I know you know about, hey, like, it's my understanding that you've recently got some information about your mom. I'm your Uncle John, and, like, I want to get my sister back. Or my daughter. Again, whoever this guy is. Two, this guy's just like, oh, so I see that Jane has a little brat. Like, you're coming with me, kid. Sarah's getting captured next chapter. She's getting captured. She's getting taken hostage from the authorities. Next chapter, she's clearly missing. They don't know. John, Arlo, and everyone, they don't know what to do. They have no choice but to go to school because they have no idea what to do next. John gets called to the office. That's when Grandpa shows up. That's a good point. That's a good point, Miriam. That's a good point. You said that as well. I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm 100%. Like, if John's uncle is a good guy, I hope he is just like, kid, like, if he, like, I don't think he's weaker than John. Like, that guy, his, not his aura, story aura, because we haven't seen that, but, like, the aura he like, just manifested in his appearance. That guy ain't weak. I refuse to believe that guy is weak. Like, and the suit he was wearing, like, motherfuckers who are weak don't wear suits like that. But if he's a good guy, like, I just want him to be like, John, like, I know you. Like, John, I'm here to train. Like, I'm here to take you to the next level. I'm here to get you up to speed with your mom. Like, I want John being pushed to the absolute limit. But I feel like if he was a good guy and a trustworthy guy, I feel like William may have also mentioned him when talking to Simon, or may have been like made an offhanded comment or something like that. Now, again, like, that's just how I feel, but, like, I don't know. Again, like, the ending to the first half of season 2 was definitely, like, that was a lot of information already, but okay. I don't think this chapter is a 10 out of 10. I think it's probably a 9. But question of the day: do you think Sarah overexerted herself and she's feeling the effects, or do you think something was in the lab that's affecting her right now? Because, like I said, it really looks like Sarah's ability is still active, but she mentions that it stopped working. And another thing to note, we don't really see it, but it looks like everything around Sarah is still frozen when the chapter ends, except for the sensor. And then all the alarms go off. Like I said, it looks like Sarah's ability is still fully active, but it's not affecting anything. But yeah. So do you think she's overexerted herself and that's why she's feeling this? Or do you think there's something in this lab that affected her? I think it's the latter. I think it's definitely something in the lab that's happening, like, set her off and everything. But yeah, guys, we've been going for 40 minutes. That's crazy. What's the security gonna be like? Oh, if only we knew. Anyway. Yeah, we gotta wait and see. And I'm excited to wait and see. I am perfectly fine with waiting until next week. So, that is going to be it for today's stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you all thought down below, because this was definitely a really good chapter still. Yeah. John's keeping an eye on Terrence. Remy knows that something's up with Arlo. Finally met Oriel. Now she's probably not, she's probably not number 9, unfortunately. Okay. I'm just gonna show this right now in case some of you were wondering what I was talking about. I really wanted this girl right here to be Oriel. I wanted her to be Oriel. Number one, because she's sitting next to Elaine and she was partnered with Elaine for the writing assignments. And also she is a contact in Serafina's phone. So clearly she's a friend with Serafina. So yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted her to be Oriel because I was like, yo, this girl with red hair, like full on reddish orange hair, like, yo, show me her ability. Show me her dope ass ability. I wanted her to be Oriel. But nah, Terrence can't be number 9. He's a bitch ass. She looks like Red. I don't really think so. Especially because Serafina's practically, well, like old Serafina's practically right next to Remy as well in episode 1. Like, look at that. Like, that's pretty much Sarah right there. Watching Remy eat cake that she doesn't have. That's just my thought. But, I said shit would hit the fan, and shit hit the fan. Now, I don't think this was part of the plan for Spectre. But yeah. So it's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for this stream, guys. Let me know what you all thought down below. Review and discussion will be out either tonight, not tonight, tomorrow, or Friday. What's the worst plot twist you can think of that can happen in UnOrdinary? Honestly, I think the worst plot twist is a fairly common one that I think the community really wants, that Uru has basically confirmed is not true at this point, would be John and Blake being brothers, because like that's just overdone. We know why they look similar now, and I think that would be really dumb. Anyway, that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Question of the day: what do you think happened to Sarah? Did she overexert herself, or is there something in the lab that affected her? Yeah, be sure to give UnOrdinary a read. Send Uru a thank you. And as always, guys, I will see you all next time. So without further ado, see you, Space Cowboy.